Good morning, afternoon, or night, whenever you're watching this video. This is my frequently asked questions page here. I invite you to my office here, and I'm going to go through a lot of information on family law. Family law consists of divorce, child custody, child support. Sometimes paternity is an issue. This doesn't create a lawyer and client relationship. This is for informational purposes only, and you can use it as that, but I strongly advise you to consult with an attorney and let that person give you the information you need based on your specific facts. We're going to go through lots of information here, and I'm going to try to make this as precise as possible because some of it don't pertain to you, but I found this to be a much better alternative to give information to people than you going through loads and loads and loads of reading information. So this is my frequently asked questions page. I haven't seen it done like this before, but I find it very effective. All right, we're going to go through a custody case first. So this is for parties who may be married or may not be married. And in Maryland, you can file for custody of the child. All right, you can file for custody without filing divorce, or you may just do the actions all together. But the court will determine custody based on the best interests of the child, okay? And there are many factors that determine that. The child's surroundings, who's able to facilitate the day-to-day actions of the child better. But physical custody will be determined by what we call the best interests of the child, all right? And the court will weigh those circumstances and determine what's best, either sole, primary, residential custody to one parent and an access or visitation or parent time sharing with the other. So it's sole custody, primary to one, visitation to the other. The court may determine that you should share custody. It doesn't mean a straight 50-50 schedule. It means that the other parent has substantial time, both parents have substantial time with the child, and you are sharing custody. Could be 1 week on, 1 week off, could be 4 overnights, 3 overnight with the other parent, but there's also shared custody. Then we go to what we call legal custody. This has nothing to do with time sharing. It has to do with decision making. Okay, who's going to make the major life decisions for this minor child? There are two. It can be sole legal custody, or it can be joint legal custody, where both parents will confer with each other on the major life decisions of the child. Among these are healthcare decisions. Among these are daycare or school decisions. Increasingly, we've added extracurricular activity decisions, but health, school, religion, and sometimes, depending on who your judge is, extracurricular activities may also be included. All right, and if it's sole, you make those decisions, and you can confer with the other parent. If it is joint, you must discuss these decisions with and come to a resolution on what the deciding factors are and what the outcome is going to be. That is legal custody. Has nothing to do with physical. Then there's child support. Child support works in this way. The gross income of the parties are combined with before taxes taken out, before retirement taken out of your check. Gross income combined, and we run the guidelines to see what the child support numbers are, okay? And as long as you're under a certain income bracket, there is a guideline number for you. There will be a credit for providing health insurance, and included in the guidelines is also child care, work-related child care expenses, whether that be before and or after care, or if the child is still in daycare. that is included, and the Maryland guidelines will spit out a number for child support. So child support is normally very straightforward because we have guidelines. All right, and that is the major questions that are usually asked when it comes to custody. Now we're going to go to divorce. You need grounds for a divorce. You need a reason for a divorce. Irreconcilable difference is not a reason in Maryland. Right? You can get divorced by mutual consent, which is fairly new as of October 1, 2015. Depends on how aged this video is, but as of this time, it's fairly new, it being December 2015 now. If you don't have minor children and everything is agreed to, you can get divorced under the grounds of mutual consent. There are also other grounds. Separation. 1 year separation gives you grounds or a reason for an absolute divorce in the state of Maryland. There's also fault-based claims like adultery, which you would have to prove. And the court will have to accept and find that you have provided enough evidence to prove adultery if that is your grounds for divorce. There is cruelty, excessively vicious conduct, but these are the most common ones. There are others as well, but these are the most common ones. But what you need to take away from this is you need a ground, at least one, before you file for a divorce. There are two types of divorce: a limited, which means you cannot get remarried and you are not absolutely and completely divorced, and there is an absolute, a complete divorce. The grounds are a little bit different for each. Again, seek the advice of counsel, but to be redundant here, you need grounds before you go file the paperwork for divorce. Again, you can include your custody action if you have minor children as part of your divorce, and just file for divorce, whether it be limited or absolute, child custody, and child support in the same action. All right. Included in divorce, the court will and may make determination on alimony. If you're a candidate for alimony or the other person is seeking alimony, there are many factors that determine if alimony will be awarded, how much alimony will be awarded, and how long alimony will be awarded. There's also issues of retirement, which are marital property. Many times, if the retirement was accrued during the marriage, the courts will divide that also. They will do division of personal marital property. Anything purchased during the marriage may be marital property unless it was a gift received or an inheritance received to only one spouse, not to both. And then there's determination of real property, a house usually, or sometimes timeshares. But a court will make a determination on what is marital property. They will make a determination on the value of that marital property. And finally, they will make a determination, they be in the court, on how to divide up the property. Retirement, real property, personal property, which includes automobiles, and whether alimony is a factor. Then they will make a determination, if minor children are involved, on time sharing, sole custody, legal custody. All right, physical, legal custody, time sharing. These all will be determined by the court, as well as running the child support guidelines, so on and so forth. Again, this is a lot of information. We're almost at the 10-minute mark here. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully you can use this and decide your plan on the resolution or dissolution of the marriage, if you so choose, and how to facilitate the time sharing and financial maintenance for your child or children. Again, seek the advice of attorney. This is for informational purposes only, and we wish you all the best at the firm L.L.C. You have yourself a great day. Thank you.